Psychology in video games. You will ask me why did I add Yakuza, Metal Gear Solid, and Kingdom Hearts in the intro. And I will tell you, well actually both of them were psychological video games. Based from playing all of their mainline games, yes, all of them from Yakuza 0 to Yakuza 8 and Metal Gear Solid 1 to Metal Gear Solid 5. These games have hidden and psychological meaning behind them, like in any form of art, because video games is art if you didn't know in 2025. But sadly, a large majority of people think that video games are not, and the other majority of people that do play them only experience cash grabs and live service games in 2025. And that sucks because those live service games are designed to keep you on a treadmill. They aren't designed to make you feel something complex or to make you think about why a character is fundamentally broken or even think about life. They're just designed to make you click and spend. But the games we're talking about are games like Yakuza, Metal Gear Solid, and Kingdom Hearts. These are different. They use the unique medium of interactivity to explore deep, messed up parts of the human mind and the world we live in. Because let's be honest, the world that we live in is actually messed up. So let's break it down. Yakuza, the whole series, is a masterclass in examining the nature of honor and the psychological burden of unshakable loyalty. Kiryu's entire arc is about trying to escape the violence while his subconscious keeps pulling him back into the cycle. It's a deep study on the self-destructive hero. Do you know how many times Kiryu left the Tojo clan and went right back in and left again and went right back in again? Then you have Metal Gear Solid. Kojima was making interactive dissertations on mimetic, the trauma of war, genetic destiny, and the psychology of control. Every main character from Solid Snake to Big Boss is suffering from a massive form of identity crisis and PTSD. There are case studies in military psychology and existential dread. For example, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots explores a psychological theme through its plot about an aged Solid Snake on a final mission to assassinate Liquid Ocelot. The war economy and control through technology, all explored via a character's journey through aging and confronting the past. The narrative also delves into the trauma of war, depicted through characters like the BNB squad who suffer from PTSD, and the psychological impacts of a world where nanomachines control emotions and behavior through the Sons of the Patriot. And Kingdom Hearts. People dismiss it because of Disney, but underneath everything is a brutal exploration of grief, the formation of identity through memory, and the psychological necessity of having a heart, even a broken one. It's a series about trauma and what happens when you try to lock away your deepest pain. The specific moments in Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix where Sora, Donald, and Goofy land in Traverse Sound after their worlds are destroyed. That is peak psychological displacement. They lose everything and instead of stopping, they just immediately start helping strangers. That's a classic coping mechanism for dealing with overwhelming loss. Extreme focus on external problems. These games force you to participate in the psychology. You aren't just watching a character fail or succeed. You're making the choice that defines their mental states. That's the power. And this is where the argument that video games aren't art completely falls apart. When you look at a painting or read a novel, the meaning is static. The Mona Lisa doesn't change based on how you interact with it. But games are dynamic. When you're forced to make a life-altering choice as Kiryu or hide for 20 minutes as Snake, you feel the stress and the weight of their world. And that feeling is what creates the meaning. Games don't just use psychological themes, they use psychology on you. Look at Metal Gear Solid 3. The whole game builds a bond between you and the boss. She is your mentor. But in the end, the game forces you to pull the trigger. It creates a real conflict between your mission and your feelings. It makes you feel the guilt of that action. Or look at Kingdom Hearts. The threat of losing your heart or memories isn't just a plot point. It plays on our fear of losing who we are. These are like deep concepts. When a game forces you to feel these emotions, that is art. If a movie did it, they'd win an Oscar. When a game does it, people say it's just for kids. So if someone tells you video games are not art or that they are just a waste of time, you can tell them they've only been playing the wrong ones. They've been stuck on the shallow end, worrying about XP bars and cosmetic unlocks instead of exploring beautiful and complex themes. Video games are more meaningful than any passive movie or book can ever achieve because you are there. So stop grinding for 5 hours in a live service game built by an algorithm. Go pick up Yakuza 0 and experience the psychological weight of what it means to lose everything for someone else. Go play Metal Gear Solid 3 and feel the agonizing duty of a soldier facing an impossible choice. Play something that stays with you. Experience something that makes you think, because they are mirrors reflecting the worst and the best parts of the human mind.